My name is Lori Rubich. For those of you just joined, I am the Chief Marketing Officer of this amazing company that has just literally, we're going into about 8 weeks of launching, which is just absolutely amazing. And I had the privilege of knowing the founder that you're going to hear about in just a moment for gosh, now 25 years. It's just amazing for me to think that we've known each other that long. And this gentleman that you're going to hear from in the next couple minutes has created many, many multi-million dollar businesses. But when he reached out to me about what BluPrint was doing, I was just amazed because I've got some businesses right now I'm running, and one of the opportunities that I have been given in one of my businesses was allowing me to be able to have some tremendous revenue coming in. And I literally thought to myself, in this uncertain time that our financial climate is in, I literally thought, you know what? I need some experts. I need some people that really know what the future is happening with our financial world. And I really need to be able to just be blessed enough to connect with some people, to be able to take this revenue and what's being created from one of the businesses and put it in some safe places. And I'm telling you, the gentleman who started this company called me within probably 48 hours of me having that conversation and thinking to myself, I need the right people coming into my life in 2023 with what's taking place. And here along comes this gentleman, Mr. Thurman, creating BluPrint. And it's giving people from all different walks of life, whether it's somebody is just trying to be able to get their financial house in order, or someone who has created some tremendous success that wants to really make sure it's saved, protected, and knows about the future, what's taking place in our financial climate. So I have the privilege of spending the next 10 minutes with y'all before the founder jumps on to be able to share with you all about BluPrint. As you can see, it says empowering people to a stronger future through technology and education. I am so excited to be able to share with you that all of our principles about BluPrint are based on making sure that people understand this is an opportunity, whether someone was just interested in our products as a consumer or somebody wanted to be able to build a distribution network with us. We want you to know right from the very start, there's a lot of programs out there, and I see it more and more rampant in 2023 than I've ever seen it in 34 years of being in an industry of building businesses and direct sales. That there are a lot of people that are looking to get into something for nothing. And I don't understand that philosophy. Maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know. Maybe because I'm almost 60. I do not understand the mindset of some of these people who want something for nothing. I don't think any of us, if we're being truthful, would ever think that a marriage would be successful if we never put anything into it. I don't think anybody would think that their child would be successful if we did not put time and energy into our children, right? Raising them and raising them correctly. I just don't even understand this concept, yet there are people that think that they could get something for nothing, which is why we have the statement on the screen that you can read yourself. We want you to know flat out from the start, if you want to have success in every aspect of our business, there's work involved. We do not offer a program something for nothing. I want you to know that the reason that the founder that you're going to hear from in the next few minutes created this amazing platform is because there's an epidemic. There's things going on, not just in our country, but around the world. But we're going to focus on the United States, which is where we are launching our amazing program here. And if you look at these stats, Americans' total credit card balance is 1.3 trillion just in the second quarter of 2023. Medical costs are forcing 1 in 3 Americans to delay vital medical treatment. Do you guys understand? A lot of you may not be in this situation, but there's a lot of loved ones that you and I know that are in this situation. That people that are literally wondering, do I pay for medical or do I pay for my rent or for my mortgage? And it's really scary. 40% of Americans lack just enough to be able to cover a $400 emergency. Over 75% are living paycheck to paycheck in our country. That's staggering. Well, BluPrint has solutions, definitely has multiple solutions to be able to help people in this situation get into a better place. All the brilliance, all the vision is about this gentleman right here, Mr. Thurman. Again, as I mentioned, he's created many multi-million-dollar companies, guys. He has gone out there and worked so hard, not just to build distribution networks. He's been in the field. He has been a person in the networking or direct sales industry as an affiliate and knows the value and the importance of having the right products, services, and training. And I'm just privileged to be able to be on the corporate team. The next screen you see is our team. We've got over 100 years of experience, whether it's through networking, whether it's through direct sales, whether entrepreneurship, in many, many different categories. I just feel so privileged, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to represent BluPrint and Mr. Thurman with his dream and vision of making such a positive difference on so many people's lives. Three aspects of our company that we're going to break down real quickly here. The first one is our financial academy. And again, some of you, I want you to understand there's a spectrum of people that are listening to this presentation. Some of you could be brand new and you really think to yourself, you know what? I'd love to be able to get my financial house in order. I really had plans to do that and really didn't get a chance with this economy and with the inflation going on in the world. And, maybe you're looking for some solutions. Well, BluPrint is a great solution to be able to help people guide them through our academy, even just as a customer, if that was just an interest for you, and to be able to really get some really strong advice, guidance, support, tools to be able to help you really, really get in a solid place for 2023. In addition to that, some of you might be in the middle. Might be you have your financial house in order, things are going great, but you're looking for another revenue stream. There's people that are part of our BluPrint Financial Academy that are participating in the academy because their ultimate goal is to have an additional income as a certified instructor. BluPrint is literally basing themselves and putting themselves in a position where we will have different training certified instructors all across the United States teaching people, teaching communities, teaching churches, teaching local events, having local events in your backyard where you can get paid as a certified instructor for the people who are attending that event. And it's just absolutely incredible. Some of you may be very, very excited not just to be able to become certified instructors. Some of you may want to be able to start talking to people about the Financial Academy and have the revenue coming in from that as well, which we'll break down shortly here. The next aspect of our company is our Trade Academy. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, I have been in an industry of direct sales. I was blessed enough to make millions of dollars even in my 20s, going out there and building distribution networks. I feel very, very fortunate for the background that I have in an industry of direct sales. But I have paid a lot of people a lot of money to be able to take my money and help it grow, help it grow. Investors and brokers and things like that. Well, let me tell you something. What's so incredible about BluPrint Trade Academy, we have a gentleman, we've got a numerous amount of master traders that are coming on board with BluPrint. Again, we're less than 2 months old. And one of our master traders that just recently came on board, that's actually going to start a training coming up just in the next few minutes, ladies and gentlemen, after the founder comes on here, actually has been able to teach people, thousands and thousands of clients, on how to trade. He himself, which is very important. The people that you're learning from have actually been successful at what they're teaching, right? Well, he himself has already earned personally over $20 million in the trading world, being able to go out there. So he is not somebody who is just, kind of giving it a good old college try, or just kind of getting the word out about his experience or knowledge or his training ability. This man has trained thousands and thousands of people, and he is quite documented. You can look him up. You're going to hear about him coming up in the next few minutes as well. You can look him up, guys, on social media, and you will be in awe of his background, his experience. Absolutely phenomenal. My favorite part about our newest master trader is he's so humble, just like our founder of our company. It doesn't surprise me that he's a part of our amazing team with BluPrint because of his incredible brilliance, but his incredible humility. You'll hear more about that coming up shortly. But the one powerful part about our Trade Academy is we're teaching from an institutional. Most people are teaching from a retail aspect, and we're able to teach from an institutional aspect, which is very, very powerful and a big, big, huge difference for the traders. And a lot of you who are traders and phenomenal at it, you understand that statement of how powerful it is. This is a incredible thing that I am just new to learning about. This is we call it our accelerator. This is an actual robot that will trade for you. Can you imagine? And this is actually gifted to anybody who becomes a customer or an affiliate that is a part of any of our academies, whether it's the financial academy or the trade academy. They have the opportunity to be able to have this gifted that they can utilize if they wanted to be able to just, put some money into it and see what this accelerator can do in being able to trade for you. I just think this is absolutely fantastic. And just so you know, one of the most powerful parts of AI trading technology is the fact that there's no emotion, right? That they just are able to look at thousands of different things that are happening out there in the computer world with no emotion to be able to help us have additional revenue streams for us and our family. People are very, very excited about our accelerator. And then lastly, ladies and gentlemen, perfect, perfect, perfect. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I have the incredible privilege of being able to introduce to you to our amazing founder. And I am so excited about this, ladies and gentlemen, because he's going to be covering all the revenue that he has created in our compensation plan to be able to share with you just how lucrative this opportunity could be if somebody wanted to be able to put the effort and the time into it. So, again, you've heard a lot about him from me in the last few minutes. I am so privileged to be able to learn from this gentleman, to be able to work side by side. I don't know anybody working harder than this human being in my entire life. And I have been in the industry for 34 years. This man is a workaholic. He's got a heart of gold. He wants to make such a huge impact on thousands of people's lives, soon to be tens of thousands and millions of people's lives around the country, then around the world. And that is our amazing, amazing founder, Mr. Buana Thurman. Sir, are you there with us?
I am, Lori. Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, and I got our tech department that will transfer the slides. No problem, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, first of all, it's so cool when people have your back, ladies and gentlemen. I was supposed to be starting this presentation at the very last minute. I said, Lori, I'm literally meeting with some major leadership here in the Atlanta area, and we were just breaking bread together. And I believe in relationships. And if you're sharing this, if you're hearing about this program, if somebody invited you tonight, one of the first things that I recommend is that you thank them. Because no matter what, they just shared something with you that is life altering, life changing. And if nothing else, they wanted you to see what they're so excited about. But I like to talk about this from a business perspective. And I'm going to do my best to take the last few minutes and go through how we get paid. But I want you to understand the past 12 years of my life, I've been running a traditional business. And I tell people all the time, sometimes, everybody wants this American dream and wants to be an entrepreneur and all this. But ladies and gentlemen, it takes real thick skin. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. And so over the past 12 years, I've been running a traditional lawn care, mosquito control, and landscape company. And, coming from an environment where we had an overhead of $40,000 a month, when you look at the model that we've created here with BluPrint, I just want you to imagine for a moment being able to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Having your database already done. You don't have to do payroll. You don't have to pay workman's comp and payroll taxes. You don't have to have a building and overhead. You don't have to create the infrastructure and the products and services. Everything is already done for you. And it's only going to cost you $10,000. I'm joking. But everything is done for you. And so when I show people this, it's like, wow, you mean to tell me I can do what most wealthy people do. I got introduced to this industry back in 1995, about 28 years ago. And I had a mentor that just taught me some different things. They would always say, find out what everybody else is doing and do the opposite. And I'm like, but I went to Morehouse, I got my honors degree in finance, and I'm supposed to do this. And he said, no, how are they doing? And ladies and gentlemen, one of the reasons that we started BluPrint is because I believe that financial illiteracy is the number one economic crisis in the world. And I know we have a solution. I know we have a solution. And I'm going to show you how you can be a part of this vision literally for $44. That's what we're talking about, a $44 decision here, okay? So you relax. But we have 7 different income streams, 7 different ways for you to generate a profit. And ladies and gentlemen, if you never, ever, ever want to share BluPrint with anyone, you don't have to. If you want to keep it a secret, you can keep it a secret. If you just want to get your money right, you can come in here. You are literally the best part of BluPrint. But for those of you who would like to duplicate your efforts, my mentor used to always say, he said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people rather than having 100% of my own efforts. It just made sense. He said, Buana, if you go to work, you get paid. He said, if you don't go to work, guess what? You don't get paid. He said, wealthy people do the opposite. He said, if they go to work, they get paid. But if they don't go to work, guess what happens, ladies and gentlemen? We still get paid. If you've never been introduced to this model, or even if you have been introduced to this model, I want to show you a simple way to add some additional income to your family. The holidays are coming up. Some people are just looking to make some extra money. Some of you are looking for a side hustle. Some of you are looking to be able to fire your boss. Some of you, you've been praying for something like this. You've been looking for a way to be independent and have your own business, but maybe you couldn't afford to go out and buy a franchise or buy a traditional business. 7 different income streams, ladies and gentlemen. And this is literally one of my favorites. It's called our residual retail bonus. This is the backbone of our company. Finding new clients. How many new clients can we find and how fast can we find them? How many of you right now know somebody that's financially hurting? How many of you know people that have stressful relationships because of their money? How many of you know people that got divorced because of money? How many of you know people that would love to do things over the holidays? They would love to travel. They would love to do things for their family and for their children. How many of you know people that would love to do all of these things, but they can't because of money? And as my mentor would always say, who's your coach? He's like, kid, who's been teaching you how to make money? And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have a residual retail bonus that pays out monthly commissions when we share the BluPrint with new clients. But it's not just 1 month, it's a residual passive income. And this is one of those bonuses that in 2 weeks at our Atlanta event, we're enhancing it. We're going to make it better. You'll hear more about it. But imagine sharing the BluPrint with somebody and people's lives begin to change and you get a chance to earn a bonus every single month. See, I love residual bonuses because we always have residual bills. Every month, the mortgage company, your car note, your insurance company, your electric company, your water company, your phone company, no matter how good or bad your financial situation is, they have their hand out. What if you created a passive income that paid all your bills? It's that cool, ladies and gentlemen. The next bonus is our Fast Start bonus. And this is literally when you share BluPrint with other people who see the same vision that you see. Ladies and gentlemen, when you share this program with other people, the company says, hey, we're going to reward you when you find new affiliates. We pay you 20% on any new affiliates that you introduce to the company. And if any of those affiliates go out and find new affiliates, we're going to pay you a 10% override bonus on those affiliates. And that's a bonus that's paid every single week based upon enrollment. The next bonus is just simply an advancement bonus. This is just like anything else, ladies and gentlemen. As you move up in our company, and we're getting ready to run a promo for December. Why? Because people need money. People need money. People, it's holiday season. It's holiday time. And so as you rank up in the company just wants to spoil you. And we say, look, when you hit these ranks, this is a one-time bonus. We're going to pay you for growing your business. What a concept. This next bonus is called the residual unilevel bonus. And this is what I love because, you know, we pay, ladies and gentlemen, over 50%. Yeah, I said it. And so what that means is if you go out and you build a distribution network, every single month when those affiliates buy any of our products and services, whether it be our trade academy, whether it be our financial academy, and hint, hint, clue, clue, more to come. We're just 45 days old. If you've ever wanted to be at the right place at the right time, you are here, ladies and gentlemen. But this residual bonus, don't get confused with all the numbers and the ranks and all that kind of stuff. Here's all I want you to remember. Our business is simple. And the reason it's simple is because we only do two things. We only do two things. We show people how to get their money right. And we show people how to build a business. And those people show others how to get their money right. That's it. How many of you know some people in the market for getting their money right? I was talking to a group today in our financial education class, and I sat back and I just thought about, you know, how many people, ladies and gentlemen, how many people don't know how much they're going to have when they retire? They don't know how much money they're going to need to retire. This is a way for you to build a legacy for your children, your children's children. If I recall correctly, that's what a good book talks about. We will leave an inheritance for our children's children. But we all do the same work. It's just the higher up you are, the more money you make. And then it gets into our leadership ranks. Again, the same thing. We all do the exact same work. Those two things, it's just the higher up you are, the more money you make. And it pays out over 50% every time a product is ordered from our company. That's it. We have a bonus pool, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I just like to spoil the leadership. I believe people who build this company should be rewarded, period. And what we've done, we've put a leadership bonus that takes 1% of the gross global volume, not the net, the gross global volume. And we put it in a bonus pool. And based upon our leadership's qualified rank, you're going to earn a share. It's almost like earning a profit share. And it's almost like having stock in BluPrint. When you become a leader, you share in those profits every single month. We have achievement bonuses, and this is something I love to spoil people. We're a financial education company. So hear me out. Even though when people reach these leadership ranks, most of the time they don't need our money because they're making an above average income. But if we're being financially responsible, we want to spoil you. And so when you reach junior vice president, we take you on an all inclusive vacation, you and a guest. When you reach vice president, we have this custom BluPrint ring that we're building. Senior vice president, we give you a Rolex, and international marketing director and presidential director, we give you the keys to the car, ladies and gentlemen. None of this, oh, well, we'll pay your car note as long as you do this. No, we give you the keys to the car and the title to the car. You own it, period. And so to end this is something that is so near and dear to me. And I was just talking with the gentleman that I'm meeting with right now. And this is the only reason I'm here 28 years later, is because I had a coach. I had a mentor. The guy that introduced me to this industry, or technically my sponsor, he literally joined a week before I did. Now, my sponsor's sponsor had been in for a while. He's actually my cousin now. He married my first cousin. Talk about relationships. But this is relevant, not just in network marketing, in any business. To me, it's why some gas stations fail and some succeed. Some restaurants fail and some succeed. Is because there are always people who know how to run a business. And I call those people the 100 percentile. These are the people that know what they're doing. These are the people like the Lori Rubiges that are seasoned veterans that spent 34 years. When I met her 34 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, she was one of the founders of the fastest growing privately held company in America. She was somebody that I would pay $300 to go see do a weekend event. She was making millions of dollars back in the 90s. And you know what she said? She said, Buana, and I was already on the same page. She said, we gotta put together a training program because this can be the backbone of the company. See, ladies and gentlemen, the person that may have invited you tonight, they may be brand new. Maybe they want different goals than what you want. But instead of putting ourselves on top and only a few people having access, we put ourselves out on the side. Because if any of you've ever played Whisper Down the Lane or Gossip or Telephone or anything like that, you know that the information just dissolves. And so many people get left behind in this industry. And this is one of the most powerful business models that's ever been created. But very few people get a chance to learn how to build it like a professional. And so what we did, ladies and gentlemen, we created a training company called Momentum. And we said, look, everybody's going to get 100% of the correct information. And it doesn't matter who invited you on this webinar. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what your race, your sex, your religion. None of that matters. There's really only two things that matter. Number one, are you teachable and coachable? And number two, are you smart enough to plug in? And ladies and gentlemen, that's where we are. That is literally where we are. The company says, look, this is a real simple decision. You can get started here for 44 bucks. It's almost a joke. Honestly, I believe it is the only disadvantage of our industry is it's too cheap. You know, the reason that I believe McDonald's is so successful is because it cost $1 million. And when somebody invests $1 million into a business, they're going to take it serious. But people join BluPrint for 44 bucks and they don't take it serious because they spend more than that on the weekend or at a ball game or going to a movie. It's no big deal. But there are multiple options, ladies and gentlemen, to get started. We have our financial academy. We have our trade academy. We also have a turbo pack. And hint, hint, clue, clue, there will be more options coming out in a couple of weeks. So you just want to get with the person that invited you on the call, because in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, December the 8th through the 10th, I want to end with this. Right? I'm in Atlanta, Georgia right now. I live in Dallas. But right here in Atlanta, Georgia, in 2 weeks, we're going to be having an event that is going to, the buzz is going to be BluPrint worldwide. The industry is going to be taken by storm. And there are going to be so many new things that we're releasing, so many new things that we're launching as a company. And I'm so excited about it. But tonight, one of the reasons that we're even having the Atlanta event, we've had some real huge goals for our trade academy. And everything that I wrote down on a poster board back in February, when I reached out to this next guest, ladies and gentlemen, when I reached out, literally every single thing that we had a goal to achieve, he was either already doing it or already had it. And ladies and gentlemen, this is our and Lori, if you could do me a favor, if you could help Dr. Okay, there it is. Never mind, it already switched over. Okay, I'm gonna change Dr. Cole to if you could change Dr. Cole to a co-host, that would be awesome, Lori. Thank you. He's already a panelist, but we want to change him to a co-host. But ladies and gentlemen, when I've actually known this gentleman now for, it's probably been over a year now. I met him when I was working with another hedge fund, and he was, this hedge fund was looking for ways to diversify. And ladies and gentlemen, this is somebody who, when I tell you, has just come from humble beginnings, but has done so well for himself. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, this is somebody who's been in the industry for 15 years. Not just being in the industry in the trading space for 15 years, but he has been a successful person in the industry. He's a 15-year Wall Street veteran. He's been he's very, very, very published. So very easy to find, very easy to check him out. He's been published by Futures and Truth Magazine as one of the top traders in the world. He's spoken at so many different blockchain conferences globally. He is literally the first African American listing director of a publicly traded company. And man, he's helping people learn about this digital world. He's helping people learn about crypto. As a matter of fact, he's put crypto curriculum in over 100 different universities across the United States. And what I'm so excited about is he's not just somebody who talks about what he can do. This is somebody who's earned over $20 million doing what he's getting ready to share with you. Now, forgive me for being a little bold here. But when is the last time you've had an opportunity to sit down and have somebody that's earned $20 million doing something? And they said, look, let me show you what I do. I don't know if you've ever heard of that phrase, I'd rather be lucky than good. But consider yourself lucky tonight. Because if you've ever had a desire to trade, if you've ever had a desire to learn a portable skill set where you can literally have internet and a laptop and be anywhere in the world and make money, if you've ever wanted to learn from somebody who is a documented success story in this space, our gift to you, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is Dr. Chris Cole. I'm so excited about our partnership. I'm so excited about our future. And we will be known as one of the hottest trade academies in the world. The buzz is coming. So get ready, put your seatbelt on, and I want to present to you guys Dr. Chris Cole. Dr. Cole, are you there?
Yeah, I am, man. I appreciate the introduction.
The floor is yours, sir.
All right, I appreciate it. Well, listen, I appreciate everybody getting on the call, spending this this night with me. We got a lot of things in store as it pertains to the Trading Academy with BluPrint. Wanda didn't tell you, I'm actually not going to be the only person coming over, but I'm also bringing over several of my coaches as well, who's been with me for years, have went through my training, and now are either trading part-time or full-time as well. So those of you who are part of the Trading Academy will also get a chance to work closely with people who started from the same place most of you are not too long ago, who has and continues to experience success in the market. As of next week, we'll be starting the beginners or the tier 1 coaching course. There's going to be information, I'm sure, posted about that at some point during this week. So the beginners trading class is going to begin next week. I'll be in Atlanta speaking. So those of you who are going to be at the event in Atlanta, I'll actually get an opportunity to meet with you all, and you all have an opportunity to sit into a couple of the sessions that I host as I speak and present over what I do in greater detail. Tonight, what I'm going to go over is something that's going to be offered to the BluPrint community, that whether you have any trading experience or not, is going to be something that is going to immediately give you a second stream of income directly from your cell phones. Okay. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day, most days, around the same time every day, between 9:30 a.m. and 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have a BluPrint Discord where I'll actually be posting the trade ideas inside of the Discord for those of you who are part of the Trading Academy. So you can literally see exactly what it is that I'm doing on a daily basis with this strategy that I'm explaining to you. So first things first, I didn't get a chance to send this over to Buana earlier, but I am going to drop the link for the platform, the Nadex trading platform. And again, you can download it on your phone, set it up on your laptop. You actually need to register on your laptop or your computer. But after that is pretty seamless, pretty straight to the point. The strategy that I'm going to show you tonight is very seamless, straight to the point. It's something that I've been doing for over 7 years now. Nadex is the only regulated binary options platform in the United States of America. They just got bought out. Well, not just, but over a year and some change ago, got bought out by crypto.com for a couple of $1 billion. And I'm an exclusive education provider for Nadex. So let me drop this in the chat. So those of you who don't have a Nadex account can register and follow along with us. All right, so everybody should have that link in your chat box. So just click on the link, register for account, and let me dive into it. And if you have your notebooks, I suggest you bring your notebooks and your pen out. That's a big part of my process for those of you who are really going to dive into the trading aspect of things. All right, can everybody see my chart? If you can see my chart, give me a quick Y in the chat box. All right, good. All right, so first things first, okay? I'm looking at every morning I pay attention to the S&P 500, okay? The S&P 500 is the market that S&P 500 futures is the market that I choose, the market that I prefer, the market that I've been trading, like I say, 7+ years on the Nadex platform alone. And this trade is something that I do every single morning, Monday through Friday. And I literally call this my fun money account. And again, it just takes me 10 to 15 minutes a day. The analysis is very simple. I'm going to walk you through the strategy tonight. And essentially what I'm doing is playing the probabilities of the market. Okay. The market's behavior has been very consistent since the recovery of the 1929 stock market crash. The market moves in a very predictable way. And when I say a predictable way, one in which the probabilities of how it moves carries a very high percentage. So this gives the trader opportunity to be the casino and stack the odds in its favor. So first things first, okay? I have my S&P 500 chart. I'm looking at the TradingView platform, and I'm looking at my 1 minute time frame. Okay, I'm looking at my 1 minute time frame. So every morning the market opens up at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, the market opens up at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what do? I come to the market every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I just simply locate my 9:30 bar. Okay, what is my 9:30 bar? And I simply draw a rectangle around my 930 bar, the top of the bar to the base of the bar, and I stretch it across the screen as such. Okay. Those of you who taking notes, okay, this is what I call the ORB, or the opening range bracket. Okay. And the ORB is simply the first 60 seconds of trading. Okay. Now, I don't believe that the market just randomly opens at any price. Okay. Because there's something called a Globex session where the market opens back up at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and trades the Asian session, London session, etc. But the orders, the pent up orders from overnight trading, don't go into the market until the floor is open at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So my ORB, or the first 60 seconds of trading, becomes my most important support and resistance level of the day. Okay. And my opening range bracket becomes my constant in the market. Okay. It becomes my constant in the market. Now, once I've identified my opening range bracket, I now need to understand what I call day types. Okay. There's 3 day types in the market. Okay. 3 day types: narrow range, trending market, test and retest. Okay. These are our 3 day types in the market. Okay. Now, how do I use this information? Okay. How do I use this information? I'm going to give you the statistics of these movements on a daily basis. Okay. I'm going to give you the statistics of these movements on a daily basis. Narrow range happens 15% of trading days. Trend day happens 15% of trading days. And your test and retest happens 70% of trading days. Okay. So now just think about it without knowing any other information. If you knew what the market was doing 70% of the time, don't you think that it would give you a statistical advantage in the market? If I knew the behavior of the market 70% of the time, don't you think that you would now have a statistical advantage in the market? Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Now, we don't know when the days are gonna occur. We don't have a magic crystal ball to know that Monday is going to be a narrow range trading day, Tuesday is going to be a trend day, Wednesday is going to be a test and retest day, etc. Okay. Trading is a game of probabilities. Okay. And what this strategy focuses on is the probability of a test and retest day happening 70% of the time. Okay. This happens 70% of the time. Okay. So we are literally just playing the probabilities once the market opens. Okay. And paying attention to price movement in relation to the opening range bracket. Okay. Does that make sense so far? Give me a Y in the chat box if you're with me thus far. All right, good. Okay. Now, let's talk about and describe each of these trading days. Okay, let's talk about and describe each of these trading days. Okay, narrow range trading day being first. Okay, on a narrow range trading day, the market opens up at 9:30. And in this example, the market makes an initial push to the downside. It then trades above the opening range bracket. It then trades below the opening range bracket, and then it trades above the opening range bracket again. So now you have one crossing of the opening range bracket, you have two crossings to the opening range bracket, and you now have a third crossing of the opening range bracket. Okay, when I see price transverse the opening range bracket at least 3 times, I know there's a 95% probability that there is going to be a narrow range trading day. Okay, and when you have a narrow range trading day, the market tends to oscillate between the opening range bracket, go back and forth between the opening range bracket all day as such. Okay, and ultimately ends up closing somewhere around where it opened. Okay, now we're long gone by this time. Okay, we're long gone by this time, but I'm just explaining the day type. Okay, this happens 15% of trading days. Okay, this happens 15% of trading days. Now, the next day type is trend. Okay, the trend day happens 15% of the time. Okay, on a trend day, okay, what happens is the market makes an initial push to the upside or the downside. In this example, to the downside. Okay, we may get some test back to the opening range bracket, and ultimately the market trades in the same direction the entire day. Okay, we had an initial push to the downside, and we stayed below the opening range bracket the entire day. This will qualify as a trend day. Okay, this will qualify as a trend day. This happens 15% of trading days. Okay, now what gives us the massive advantage as a trader when we're simply putting in one trade a day, again, is our probability of a test and retest day. Now, what is a test and retest day? A test and retest day was a day just like today. Okay, today was a prime example. The market initial push was to the downside, and then eventually we traded higher, or the opposite of the initial push. Okay, and we ultimately closed on the opposite side of the initial trade direction. Okay, we closed on the opposite side of the initial trade direction. Now, why is this important? Because we know that 70% of trading days, this type of behavior in the market moves. Okay, it matters not if it moves 50 points, 100 points. I'm not trying to pick certain price points or areas or anything of that nature. I'm literally playing this statistical advantage that the predictable market behavior that gives us a statistical edge gives us. Okay, I'm literally playing the edges. Now, how does that translate into what I do with Nadex? Okay, how does that translate into what I do with Nadex? Now, and I'm just going to go over to the Nadex platform shortly. Okay, but what happens is once I have the opening range bracket, okay, once I had an opening range bracket, I then go over to Nadex. Okay, I then go over to Nadex, and I pay attention to the strike price or the option directly above the opening range bracket, and I pay attention to the strike price directly below the opening range bracket. Okay, directly above the opening range bracket and directly below. Okay, so what I do is, and what we do, what you all are going to start doing is very simple. Okay, once you have established your opening range bracket, Okay. Once you start to, once you've established your opening range bracket, what we look for is the initial push of the market. In this example today, was the initial push to the upside or was the initial push to the downside? It's to the downside. Okay. To the downside. So if the initial push was to the downside, we buy option above ORB. Okay. If the initial push happened to be to the upside, then we would simply push up, sell option below ORB. All right, simple enough, right? If the initial push is down, we buy the option above the ORB. And if the initial push is up, we sell the option below the ORB. If that makes sense to this point, give me a Y in the chat box. Okay. Very simple, very straightforward. This really boils down to being patient and being disciplined. Now let's switch over to the Nadex platform for a second. Hold on 1 second.
Not sure what happened with Dr. Cole. I'm sure he'll be right back. I still see his screen.
Yeah,
No.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just logging into the platform. Give me a second.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I heard silence for a long moment, but I'll just say this, ladies and gentlemen, while he's logging in and pulling up that information. If you have any gut feeling about what you're feeling right now, I want you to imagine being an affiliate and receiving this information every single morning for free. And I just have to say that because, I was talking to our research and development director, Micah, and so many other people that trade. And what he's going to be giving away every single day, every single morning, Monday through Friday, there are people who pay $80, a month, $100 a month, $200 a month. Micah said he has subscribed to multiple programs that was $250 a month, and they didn't give you a trade idea every single day. And so there's a beauty here. And for those of you that want to go out and build, this is going to be a tool that we're going to be able to use. Now, there's going to be a small fee for our customers. And for our affiliates that join now, it's going to always be free for our affiliates that join now. I can't promise you, and I'm saying this in a very humble way, I can't promise you that it's always going to be free. Down the road, we may decide to charge because the demand is so huge. And again, how many people can say, oh, yeah, I got started with this company, and now I can start generating an immediate stream of income. Immediate stream of income with a little bit of education, a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of practice. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing in life is something for nothing. Remember that, please. Nothing in life is something for nothing. If you come across programs like that, it's fake, it's garbage, it's not real. And it's literally one of the reasons we started BluPrint Worldwide. And so, Dr. Cole, just let me know when you're ready, sir. I'm so excited and so motivated about just the opportunity for people to have this and be another stream of income and be a blessing to a lot of people. And for those of you who want to become professional traders, it's going to give you the funding to be able to learn how to trade like a professional. Some of you may want to go out and start your own fund. But just know that we have your back. Just know that we're here to support you. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And so just welcome. I see we have a lot of people on here tonight. By the way, on Thursday, he's going to be covering a different subject at the same time. So this Thursday at 8 p.m., listen, every single one of you, if you know people, and I know all of you know people that trade. If you know people that trade, if you know people that want to trade, if you know people that have ever had a desire to trade, 8 p.m. on Thursday, he's going to be teaching something new. We're not starting our official classes until next week. So come get it while the getting is good. And I'm going to turn it back over to you, Dr. Cole.
All right, sound good. So can everybody see my my Nadex screen with my charts? Okay, to show you why this is so powerful. All right, cool. All right, so now let's just, for the sake of an example, right? Because it's 8:35 p.m. at night. Okay, let's just say this area here is our opening range bracket. Okay. We're going to say this is our opening range bracket. Okay. Now, when I go to my Nadex platform, I've determined what my opening range bracket is. Okay. Now that I have my opening range bracket, what are the two options that I'm looking at? The option immediately above the opening range bracket and the option below the opening range bracket. Okay, and this is something. Listen, Nadex is something you can get started with a funded account with as little as $250. Each contract carries the value of $100. Okay, why is this strategy so powerful? Okay, profitable traders have some traits that are common across every profitable trader. Okay, it doesn't matter if they're a day trader, swing trader, scalper, etc. Okay, and those traits are that they risk a small amount for a larger potential gain. Okay, so a positive risk to reward ratio, meaning that if I lose the trade, okay, I'm not going to lose as much as I stand to win. Okay, So my win in the event that the trade works out in my favor, I'm always going to make more money than I risk. Okay, very simple but very powerful concept. Because is every trade every day going to be a winner? Absolutely not. Okay, but what allows us to consistently make money month after month is our ability to take trades that always carry a positive risk to reward ratio. Okay, now I want y'all participation here. Okay, I have my opening range bracket established, and let's just say in this example that the market's initial move was to the downside. So a quick review from 7 minutes ago. If the market's initial move was to the downside, what is my play for today? What is my play for today? Yep, I want to buy the option above. Okay, so let me click on the option above. Okay, now I clicked on the option above and I'm buying. Okay, so I'm buying the December 45.76 that expires at 4:15 p.m. What does this mean? This means that when the market closes at 4:15 p.m., that as long as the market is above 45.76, okay, I'm going to make $59. Okay. And the most I can lose is what? $41. Okay. So as long as the market is above 45.76, it doesn't matter how it gets there, how long it takes to get there. When the market closes at 4:15 p.m., okay, if the market is above 45.76, I'm going to make $59 into my account immediately. Okay, this is a strategy. This is something simple. This doesn't require a lot of time. Everybody on this call is on their phone, whether it's social media, TikTok, Instagram, texting, talking, whatever, more than 15 minutes a day. Okay, so everybody can take the time out to take 15 minutes out of the day on their phone to produce an immediate stream of income. Okay, you don't have to go and watch the charts. You don't go and monitor the market all day. I literally put my trade in and I close my app and I let it expire. Okay, I typically 99% of the time I don't even open the Nadex app back up again until the following morning. Okay, and that's just the facts of the matter. Now, let's just say, I'm gonna give you one more example before I let you all go. Okay, very simple, very straight to the point. Okay, now, if our initial move was to the upside in this example, a refresher from 10 minutes ago now, what is our play for today? Yep, we're gonna sell the option below the market. Okay, same thing. Now I'm selling the 45.52 that's going to expire at 4:15 p.m. Meaning that by 4:15 p.m., okay, as long as the market is below 45.52, I am going to collect $73, and it's only going to cost me, or I'm only going to have what, $26.50 at risk. Okay, so again, positive risk to reward ratio. Okay, this is something again that happens. We're playing a statistical edge. Okay, and what does an edge mean? An edge is simply something that gives you a greater than 50-50 chance of being correct. Okay, we have a statistical edge of 70%. Okay, 70% of the time, okay, the market is going to reverse its initial trade direction and finish on the opposite side of the market. Okay. And Dan asked the question. He said, you send us a trade and we just enter it on Nadex. Yes. Okay. I send it out. I send my order ticket out. This is my order ticket over here. Okay. There'll be a screenshot of my exact order ticket. every single day. But those of you who trade, who's going to dive into learning how to trade futures, forex, options, etc., yes, this is something that we take into account every single day when we're developing our trading plan. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate the time. I'm not going to continue to hold you. The strategy is very simple, very straightforward. If you're interested in again making an immediate second stream of income, this is the path. And those of you who are interested in learning how to trade full time, turn it into a career, possibly start your own hedge fund, you all had an opportunity to continue to dive into that as well. And I'll be going over that Thursday at 8 p.m. On you all's webinar. All right. Buana, I'm turning it back over to you, brother. I appreciate you and Lori.
Wow. All I can say, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we are just excited. I set this Discord link up for those of you who want to be a part, and I got to make this very clear. We're going to start this Discord link as soon as Thursday. I'm going to give it a day. We're going to get everything together. But we're going to start this Discord link as soon as Thursday. So for those of you who want to start making some immediate cash, set up your Nadex account, fund your account, get everything set up, and get ready to generate. And understand, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I know we always give these disclaimers, but the market is the market. You heard Chris say this a moment ago. You do not always win. And I tell everybody, never, ever, ever invest more than you can afford to lose, ever. And you have to also understand that past performance is not indicative of what may happen tomorrow or Thursday or Friday or next week. So just remember those things. Our username, for those of you who are affiliates, this is free for any affiliate in BluPrint. Our username, and you can find us, it's BluPrint Trade Academy #0. Now, I may be doing something wrong here. This is not my lane, but we're going to figure it out. And as soon as I get, if this is not the correct, and we will only allow people who have, you know, either become an affiliate, or our clients will have a very, very, very small fee. For those of you who are builders, you'll be able to go out and use this as a tool to generate new clients and be a blessing. I tell people, anytime I do business, everything has to be a win-win. And if it can't be win-win, I don't want no part of it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the username is BluPrint Trade Academy #0. And so if you want to be a part of our Discord group, we will accept friend requests, and we will be starting this on as soon as Thursday. And maybe the better one to use is at BluPrint Trade Academy. And again, I hope I'm not saying this wrong, but at the @ BluPrint Trade Academy. And this is for affiliates only. This is for affiliates only. As soon as, I just want to be on the safe side, as soon as Monday, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll send this out to all the affiliates so that for those of you who want to participate, make sure you check your spam or anything like that. We have, it'll probably come from events at BluPrintWorldwide.com. Events at BluPrintWorldwide.com. You guys have been so patient. Thank you so much for your time this evening. Again, remember, we'll be doing another presentation on Thursday, at 7:30 p.m. And it'll be this same exact link. It'll be BluPrintWorldwide.info. And I encourage you guys to get people on the presentation on Thursday. And then Chris is going to share some more valuable information that's going to help all of you discern where you should fit in and where you may want to fit in into our trade academy. So don't miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pack it out. He's doing this. He's giving this away free of charge. And so next week it will not be free. And so this is some valuable information that everybody can benefit from. So let's pack it out. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Miss Lori, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, sir. And somebody just had a question about their customers that are Trade Academy customers. And will you be giving the information on Thursday for them to become, will they be a part of this Discord, or will they become customers for that as well? Like, you'll fill them in on Thursday?
No, we're going to set up the customer enrollment, and that'll be set up over the weekend. I just would rather over deliver versus the opposite. And so we're going to set that up over the weekend to make sure that any customers will be able to participate in the one trade per day starting next Monday. Okay, so all customers that are enrolled as a customer, it'll be a small fee. It'll probably be $29 per month, ladies and gentlemen, $29.95, literally less than $1 a day. Less than $1 a day. And I just encourage you, we're not trying to, anyways, just you'll have access by the weekend. They'll have access by the weekend, Lori, and they'll be able to capitalize on the one trade per day starting next Monday. Okay?
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chris, for everything, for both of you.
Yep. Thank you. Appreciate you. See y'all on Thursday.
All right. Well, y'all have a great evening.